Hello, 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 hello. So tonight's guest on Rise and Vibes is Clean Living. He, for some odd reason, got banned on his main page, so we'll have to go live from his backup page. But while we wait for him to join, if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you go do that now. You can do that by clicking the link in my bio. Also, if you'd like to sponsor a guest of Rise and Vibes, sponsor an episode or 2 or 10 of Rise and Vibes, feel free to reach out to me, and I will we'll discuss what you're trying to do with your page and with your follows, and we'll make it happen. So it looks waiting for him to come on because I have a lot of things I want to discuss. Hey, how are you?
Good evening.
What did you do on your main page?
Honestly, I was on live one day and my brother Lucky, he was on it. I had done put the phone down and walked away, and when I came back, I was banned for a month. I don't know what he said or what he did.
So listen, I have stopped getting on people's lives. I have stopped doing any of that because I do not want them to block me. Because I got a backup page, but I want to do my show from my main page, and I got blocked one time. I was on with Don't Ride or Die and somebody else, and I said never again. I'm not getting on nobody live.
Yeah, he got. I don't know what he was talking about on that page, but what he showed got me.
Yeah. Well, nevertheless, we're here, so we'll make it happen. But first, I want to tell you, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and let us get in your business for a minute.
No problem. No problem.
All right, so I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions, okay? So tell me how you got into cars and racing.
I never was into racing. Lucky was, and he was racing them chain gang boys up there in Georgia. And he always told me, we called each other Raw, so he would always say, Raw, when you get your car, learn your car, don't race nobody. And I would always be like, I ain't into racing, that's your thing. But he was like, well, when I get my car, I'm gonna iron out my little humps in the road and this and that, and then I'm gonna go to racing. I said, all right. If that boy got his car Tuesday at 5, he was racing by 9 that same night. Ain't test the car or nothing. And they were beating my brother, and I ain't like it. So I said, I'm gonna test mine. Started testing mine out, and then I just started racing. It was successful, I guess you can call it that.
So do you consider your car a race car or a street car? Because I seen that video the other day. So it's a racing street car?
What video?
The video I posted the other day. You was like, it's a real street car.
Yeah, I listen, I drive the heck out of my car. Now I will say that I've gotten caught up in the racing, and I've done a little bit more than I wanted to do. But I drive my car. I drive it. I'm gonna drive it all classic weekend unless something happens.
So
but I drive.
It's still a street car.
Yeah, I drive the hell out that car. Yeah.
Okay.
Them videos be real videos. Like, I don't be posting no old stuff. I drive that car.
Yeah, I heard you saying one Trump was the president, so I knew that was a current. You was like, okay, I'm gonna say this because I know y'all think it's an old video.
Yeah, because I be getting word that they say I be posting old videos. So yeah, I drive.
Well, let me say this first. I gotta give you your props because you know I am a G-body girl. Even though I'm from Florida,
Right.
I am team G-body. I'm actually building an '86 myself, so I love me a Monte Carlo and a Grand National. Those are my two top ones.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. When I looked at your car, it is beautiful. I was thinking to myself, why he want to race this pretty thing?
I know. I hate I ever did it, and it's hard trying to keep it nice and race. But I do well at it, I guess.
So some of the fans asking about how long you've been racing and do you know your record?
I'm undefeated. I have never lost.
How many races?
I've won 3 shootouts, and 1 grudge race, 1 huge grudge. My first race was in Macon, Georgia. I raced chain gang. That was a grudge race. Then I went to Alabama, won the shootout. I went to Dunk Master Show, won the shootout. and I think I did one more somewhere else. But yeah, I've never lost.
That that is amazing. Undefeated.
Undefeated.
So,
Mm.
what class would you consider yourself in, or do you just rate? Will you race anybody?
I ain't gonna say I race anybody because it got to make sense.
Right.
And unlike other people, I'm bluntly honest. I ain't doing it for the sport. If I race, I'm trying to win me some money.
That makes
So
sense.
yeah, it got to make sense. When I got into racing, the first shootout I went to, they said it was a lightweight cost because it got AC heater and you cannot drive it. So I
Mm-hmm.
started racing in the lightweight. And that's just why I stayed at. I've had problems about racing in the lightweight because of the car fast or 2 power outers, but I ain't never know the rules. I just got in where they said I get in there.
Right. Right.
You know,
What's one thing that you have come to learn since you've been racing that you like? Dang, I wish I had known this before I started.
that they be flogging. I ain't gonna get your lie to. They be flogging, man. These people get on this app and they say some numbers and they say some crazy things out their mouth and make you be about to go in the kids' college funds to go out there and race them, man. And then when you get there, it don't be nothing they say it is. They be
Absolutely. I
lying.
could have told you that. I could have told you that. And for the people that are not from Florida, flogging kind of means pump faking or capping. For the
Yeah,
people that don't understand what that means, I'm from Florida, so
yeah,
I can translate for
yeah, man.
them. Who are you a part of a team?
Me and Lucky, we call ourselves Twin Towers.
Okay. Okay. So the two, because Lucky's car is a street car as well, right?
Yeah, it's me. We got it's 3 of us. Me, Lucky, and a dude from Georgia named John Witt.
Uh-huh.
We Tower 1, Tower 2, and Tower 3.
What kind of car does John Wick have?
A Cutlass,
Oh, so
T-top, y'all
yeah,
G body.
Lucky got to get a G body though.
Lucky got a G. We talking about. Wait, you might got the Lucky. I'm talking about
Oh,
Lucky with Silver Money color.
the Lucky in Georgia.
Yeah, he from Florida, but he live in Georgia now.
So how are y'all? Okay, the other John Wick is in Georgia, right?
Yeah, but Lucky is from Florida. He just moved to Georgia.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we brothers. We've been together since we was shorty. So like, he ain't no Georgia baby.
So that means you gonna end up having to move to Georgia?
Nah, hell no.
What's wrong with Georgia?
I like Georgia, but I like it to visit. I can't move nowhere.
I've been living in Georgia since my brother opened a restaurant because I run it for him. But when I tell you, when it start getting cold, I be like, I want to go home.
Yeah, it's too cold. I don't like.
Yeah.
We in the winter. We in the summer. It's summer 24/7 down here.
Right. What's something that you let's see how I can say it. I don't want to say it. Okay, I got it. I'll say it this way. What are two things? Okay, what's your favorite thing about big rim racing, and what's your least favorite thing about big rim racing?
My favorite thing is I'm gonna say being competitive because these guys in big rim racing they do talk some trash, and I feel like I talk some good trash. You know what I'm saying? So I can honestly say that's my favorite thing. My least favorite thing is probably the way they be crying. You ain't middleweight, you ain't lightweight, you ain't this, you ain't that. Like I ain't asked for none of this stuff. I just went to a show, and honestly speaking, like I've never heard so many people cry about classes until my car started winning the lightweight class. Like they say you're not supposed to do this. And they just cry too much for me. Like I've been saying lately, I'm done. Like, cause
Are you
it's
really done?
only way I'm not done, KP, is if if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if not, I'm gonna just enjoy my car. Cause it's hard. I'm gonna give you one example. I drove to Alabama to race because somebody told me we it's whatever. Now everybody work, everybody got businesses, everybody whatever is what they whatever. It may not be the same.
Right.
But when I got there, the whatever was $500. And mind you, I don't drive my car, so I have to pay for that person's time. I have to pay for their hotel, food, you know, then myself. So
Who's your driver?
I use Rick.
Okay. Will you think you'll ever drive your own car?
Yeah, when I hang out, I ain't into.
No, I'm
I like
racing.
listen. I like to be at the starting line. That's where you get the most money at. But I will though. Like I ain't afraid to drive it. I will drive it. I just ain't. Before I had this motor in that I got in now, I was racing the car. I raced zone deck out of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I raced a couple people. I drove it back then,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't
But now
driven.
you don't.
Yeah,
But now you don't.
I have driven it down the track with this motor in, but not the race. Like I go out there and test sometimes by myself.
Now you don't put
So,
some real power in there. Now you,
yeah, I ain't drove it since it had that power, but I will though. Like I ain't afraid to drive it. I just chose not to drive it,
mm-hmm.
but I will drive it.
A lot of people don't drive their own car.
Nah, but I drive it though. I ain't scared to drive. I get more races if I drove it.
That's true. You know what Playboy Jeezy told me one time about driving his car? He said, not driving your car is like having a beautiful woman and letting somebody else screw her.
That's that's a good example. That's a good. I guess I need to start driving my car because ain't nobody hitting my beautiful woman.
Well, if you do, you can go ahead and attribute it to me because I know, I was the reason you started driving
Yeah,
your own car.
yeah. I give you that. I give you that.
Do you think you'll build another race car?
If I do, it's gonna be for like them real big boys, them 484 cars. Like it won't be no more of this stuff here.
Why?
Huh? You say why? Cause I sit back and I watch them boys. Them boys gonna talk they trash. They gonna bet some good money and they gonna race. You either gonna go home happy or you gonna go home hungry with racing them, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like talking trash. I like the competitiveness. So I would prefer to be over there, to be honest with
Have you always been really competitive your whole life?
you. Yeah. I race a nigga. I bet a nigga I can put my socks on faster. Yeah. I don't do nothing for free. Man,
That is
my
crazy.
me, my brothers, sisters, we everything is we compete at everything. We was raised like that though. If you
You
ain't
grew up.
first, you last. Huh?
That's true. But you also knew what his daddy said at the end of that movie. Like, who told you that? I was high when I told you that. You could be
Yep.
first, you could be second, you could be third.
I like to be.
By the way, that's one of my favorite movies, I swear.
Yep.
I still be watching it to this day.
Dang all right.
Did you grow up in Miami?
Yeah. Florida City, exit one, all my life.
So why not a dunk?
I don't follow the trends. And a lot of people scared to say it, but the don't game is gay. Stamped by Clean Living. It's too much. It's just too much, you know. The G body game ain't no better, but when I was legit, my brother had a G body. When I say my brother and I say Lucky, I'm talking about Lucky with the money color.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he had growing up driving. And it just looked like it looked like muscle. You know. Now I'm a big old dude, but I like the G bodies though. Like, you know, I like but the vert game just the don't game just too it's too much going on for me.
It's definitely stressful.
Yeah,
When I tell people, because I sell G body parts, so
right.
when people contact me and want, because I sell anything. Like I can sell. I have some dump parts and I have box parts, but when people are just starting to build their dunk and they contact me for parts, I say, "Are you ready for this?"
Yeah, it's too much, man. It's too much. And then they just, I feel like it's expensive for no reason, and that's really anything. Like everything is expensive now when it comes to these cars.
Right.
But if you, from what I hear now, if you building a dunk, you got to start at 150,000, 200, however much. You know what I'm saying? That's a house.
When I first started selling G body parts, I used to be able to buy a whole parts car for 1,000 or under.
Right.
And good luck with that now. I cannot get a whole parts car for nowhere near 1,000.
Right.
And that's just
Yeah.
a G body. Think about the dump people.
Yeah. They can get it if they want it, but they gonna have to pay for it, boy. Yeah, it's just I mean I like the don'ts. Don't get me wrong, and I got I'm cool with some of the people that got them, but you got some people that make it fun, and then some people just make it seem like it's just gay. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a bunch of guys competing with each other, but every day you got to go home and lay next to your old lady. You know what I'm saying?
You know, one of the guys told me guys used to build cars for the women. Now it's like they all building cars for men.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
I heard, I heard that before too.
that says a lot about them, I guess.
I guess I ain't got no personal relationships with, you know, I ain't with whoever, nobody. I respect everybody that got a nice car, but it's just the politics parts that come behind these cars. It's a bit much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't, from what I hear, if it ain't off the frame, then it ain't a real build and this and that. You mean to tell me if I go spend 70,000 for a nice car, I gotta break it down just to make it be relevant? That's crazy.
Right. You know, they asked me, was I going to go frame off in my car? I said, if it needs to be frame off, I will. But I'm not doing it just to compete with somebody. You know, I feel like most of you guys, well, maybe with the exception of a couple of y'all, but most of the guys, when they build cars, it's just a pissing contest. We
That's
need to
it.
see who lip is bigger. We need to see who can. Listen, sir, you could have bought a couple of little tiny houses in the
That's
hood
it.
for what you spent on this car.
Yeah.
And they ain't making no more land.
Yeah. I ain't go frame off. My car ain't frame off. So I ain't, I don't, I bought a clean car and it took me about 3 or 4 times to get it how it look now, but that's just trial and error. And I don't feel like I got the nicest car, but I feel like I can ride with some of the best of them.
Oh, no, your car nice. I looked at it. Let me tell you something. I never say anything, but it's cars that I done seen on the internet, and when I get by them, I'm like, this ain't no way this the same car.
Right.
This can't be the same car. But yours was not like that. I walked all around the car. I looked in. You lifted up the hood for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is a beautiful piece of machinery. And he
Appreciate
raced
it.
it, and that made me so
It
sad.
made me sad every time too. I ain't, man, listen. But racing gonna have to really get back to what it used to be for me to be racing. Cause right now it ain't doing it for me.
How long have you been following Big Rim Racing?
For years, I used to go to the shows in that car all the time. Like, I drive it. West Palm Beach when they had the shows, Orlando. I used to go to Georgia all the time. I've been for years, probably since it started.
So, what was your favorite year in Big Rim Racing?
I don't remember the year, but it was fun for me to watch during the pandemic time, whenever that was.
No,
Them jokes.
I love 2017. I really love them. You remember when Dumpmaster went and did that burnout in front of Low and them shop?
I seen that like years after the fact.
That was a time, like 2017, 2018, summer 2019, it was a time to be in big rim racing. I didn't miss a show. One year, and I don't race, and back then I wasn't even building a car. I spent $22,000 going all over the country to
In
go
1
race.
year?
I don't know what year that was, but I still got the receipt. It had to be like 17, maybe 18. I look back at them receipts, I was like, ain't no way I spent $22,000. Hotels, eating, flights.
It used to be fun. Like, them shows used to be packed, bro.
Right.
Like, they used to be packed. They used to be fun. Like,
right.
I remember coming home from some shows, falling asleep, because I was so tired after being out there hanging out. They used to be fun. Like, I mean, wall to wall. When they say Big Rim Super Bowl, that's how that junk used to look for real.
Right.
But, I mean, you be lucky to get 200-300 people at a show now, you know? Like, and if you spending $20,000-$30,000 throwing a show and you getting 100 people there, you just giving your money away.
Right. Palm Beach. I hate they closed Palm Beach was always a time.
Yeah, I think
back then I lived in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think if Palm Beach was still open, that'd be like the only hope it'd be for like big rim racing, because a lot of people went to Palm Beach. It really ain't no tracks in Florida right now for big rim racing, because Orlando don't let you really do nothing out there.
Right.
I hear they ain't even having it this year for the Classic weekend.
That was a time. Palm Beach was a time. Them was some good old days. God bless the dead. I remember 250 was with hot. Listen, that was a Palm Beach was a time. I still got pictures and videos from Palm Beach. I did a panoramic of the crowd.
Right.
It looked like it was so many people out there. That had to be a fire hazard.
Yeah, Palm Beach was fun. I ain't gonna lie, I had a lot of fun out there.
Right. What would you tell anybody that's looking to get into big rim racing? What would be a piece of advice you would give them?
Just do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Don't get caught in the hype, and build your car according to your likings and your pocket. Because you will get caught up in this crap with these dudes. You know, some of these cats ain't got no kids, no responsibility, so they can blow all their money.
Right.
And some of these people robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like, just build your car for you, build your car for your class, and, you know, just climb the ladder. You know, win your couple races, win some money, upgrade. But don't just jump out there and go crazy, boy, unless you can stand it. Now, I feel like I jumped in head first. For real. Head first.
Did you have a budget going into it?
Nope. 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 I
Would
wish
you tell them they need to have a budget going into it?
I don't think you can even have no budget in racing. Because it's, first of all, it's performance parts and they all break. So anything could happen. I bought a supercharger here a couple weeks ago because my car wasn't making boosts. So I was under the impression that the whipper wasn't making enough boost for the bottom application. And I took the whipper off and spun. I could have bought a trailer and bought a cone and all of the crap for that. And I still wasn't making no boost. And the whole time I had two bad injectors. So $240, $26,000. That's what, so you can't really have no budget. You can either stand it or you can't. Because it's hard. It's hard. And then you be frustrated. So, if I can honestly tell, if I can give somebody advice, I'll tell them to stay away from it. I ain't finna hold you.
So I had bought a car from down your way. It already had a roll cage in it. It was set up to race, and I was gonna race. But then they started all that stuff you was talking about. You know what I did? Sold that car and got what I really wanted. Because I wanted a T-top, but I knew it wouldn't be good to race a T-top.
Yeah.
So I sold the one with the roll cage and got me a T-top. And I'm just going to have a pretty car. I'm not racing nowhere.
That's it. Listen, KP, at some point, I'm going to have me a nice 6.0 or 6.2 LS in that car, and I'm just going to be riding. I'll have this put up somewhere.
I don't believe you.
I like, huh?
I don't believe you.
I'm going to have the thing on top of it still, but I want. Listen, when I first started building my car, I just wanted to spin my tires. I remember one time, I never forget this. I ain't gonna call his name, but it's this older dude. I was like, man, I heard you build some good motors. Yeah, I get that tire out that bitch running. I run. He said, bring me 10,000. I have you everything you need. Man, that man gave me a 355 for $10,000. He went to telling me people out there to beat and this and that. Man, I went and picked up my car. That bitch went spin the tire. I could have killed that man. I was so mad. It went, I mean, I couldn't even, that's it. And it had to be raining that day. And that's how my journey started. That's how my journey started, boy.
Do you feel like everybody got to go through that?
Yeah, because they going to try you. They going to try you. Like, they going to try you. Like, it's hard to, you got to understand that it's business at the end of the day. And it's business for you and it's business for them. Their business is to keep their lights on and take care of their family. And your business is just to get what you want. But you best believe if they got to screw you over a little bit to keep their lights on, they going to do it. And it's not everybody like that. Sometimes you get lucky. But I ain't here to sugarcoat you. It's hard dealing with these people with these shops, these tuners, these mechanics, the rim people, the paint people, the interior people. Yeah, listen, I got 3 good experiences with just car stuff, period. And I got a 78 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. My experience was the dude who had to do the rear end to put the Dayton's on, it took him a day. Nobody's ever moved that fast.
Right.
I took it to the paint shop. It's been there like a week and a half. The car is already painted. Nobody's ever moved that fast.
Wow.
And yeah, like and it ain't got nothing to do with that black car out there. So I mean, it is people out there that will work good, but the thing is, like, it be like George that live around the corner that work in his backyard that do just as good as work as the person with the big shop, but don't nobody know George.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's my experience, and I don't mind giving George a chance.
Right.
Go ahead, George, do your thing.
I don't either, but I'll tell you this. Luckily I have a lot of connections in the car world, right? And connections don't, let's just be clear, connections don't stop you from getting screwed over, because I know people like Velt Boy. You would think all the followers he got, he told me he got screwed over with his car. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean, but what I tell you this, I had a great experience with College Park Customs doing my paint and body work, and everybody that's touching my car are cool with me. But I also told them, listen, I don't have no old man. I'm single. Every bit of money I get, I have to hustle it up. So just do right by me if you don't want me to drive my car through your shop. And I'm gonna sit and wait for the police.
That's right. And they'll have you want to do that too.
No, not me. I'm going to.
That's what
I'll be on the news, and I'm gonna wait for the police. Cause money too hard. Like, I don't fraud or scam or sell no dope. I have to hustle so hard for my money.
Right.
And I ain't got nobody backing me up. So if I bring you this money and you do wrong by me, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna do my little time.
Right. I'm with you. I'm pretty sure that's how everybody feel like they, nobody don't want to take no loss.
A lot of people have a lot of horror stories, though. I kind of wanted to at one point. I wish somebody would create something like what I do for my show, but for people to come on and tell their horror stories about their car. Now that don't necessarily mean that you're telling the truth, because I used to work at a reputable shop, like a well-known shop, and I would see how people come in there and say, the person would say, hey, you need to do this, 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 and this. And they'll be like, well, you can't cut a corner here, or you can't cut a corner there. And the person cut the corner, and then the other person get out in front of everybody or get on social media and tell lies. And I'm like, that's not, I can't say it because it ain't my place. But I'm like, bro, I was sitting right there when you told them people, don't do that. You didn't have the money for that.
Some people
So it's really sides to every story.
They don't lie to make themselves look good. Like,
yeah.
Some people just can't be honest.
Yeah. It's definitely three sides to every story. So I've gotten to see it from the shop side. That's why I would never own a shop ever in life. But I've gotten to see it from the shop side, and I've gotten to see it from the customer side, because I've been that. Like, when they come back and tell me something, I needed something else for my car. You know that noise that your Cash App makes when you get money?
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like every time they was talking to me.
That's how it is. And I listen, I ain't perfect. And I have zero to little patience, right?
Right.
But in my defense, if you tell me Monday, I'm expecting Monday. And
right.
If it's not be Monday, just hit me up. Hey, bro, I know I told you Monday, but it ain't gonna be Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Thursday coming, and I done gave you 3 extra days, and I'm calling you ain't answering. That's when it becomes. Now I feel like you trying. And that's these people don't understand. Stuff happen. Everybody got families. People get sick. People got kids. Kids get sick. Like, so if you can't meet a deadline, just tell the person that I ain't gonna make it this time. Like,
right.
That's it. That's how I feel. But people don't know how to communicate.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who own shops are not really great business people. You know what I'm saying? They're able to do. It's like if I owned a paint shop, I could paint my butt off, but I'm not a good business person. You know, I'm not a good person. I don't keep in constant communications. I don't do the right thing with the deposits. Murph, God bless the dead, before he died, he used to say it's a lot of shops that's deposit junkies. So they're taking a lot of deposits and they're trying to cover work that they have already had. So they're taking my deposit covering your car when they should have, when you paid your deposit, they should have did what they were supposed to do with your deposit.
And then when it's time to work on your car, you get pushed in the corner because they feel like they're working on it for free because the money done went elsewhere.
Right.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's next for you?
In what aspect?
In the racing.
I'm really just sitting back. Honestly, KP, it ain't nothing else I can do to the car. It ain't. I done drew on everybody that I feel like in my category.
Okay.
It ain't nothing else for me to do. You know, at least I don't know what else to do. They want me to get the car to work in the street, but I don't even know if I want to do that, because it's when I got it right for the track, I couldn't get no races. Right. I go spend all of this stuff costs money. It costs money. It costs time, and then traveling back and forth to the shops and all of that. It don't be worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't spending. I'm gonna use small numbers, but I ain't spending $10 to bet the race for 50 cents.
Right.
I ain't doing it. You know what I mean? I ain't one of those dudes on Instagram that's making it like I got more than I got. But when I gamble, I'm trying to, part my head, kill me. Like, yeah. And then, even when I race, I tell these cats, like, if you beat me, man, clown me. Because if I beat you, I'm going to clown you.
Right.
That's it. So, when I race chain, all respect to them chain game boys. They the only one race me for $5,000.
Right.
But everybody else, them $500 pots, man, I ain't.
That's what I mean by back then, though. Back then, when I was that year I was telling you about, boy, they was racing for some money.
Them pots was
like they.
Yeah. I went into it then, but I wish I would, because they would have been part in my head, or I would have been part in there.
Listen, One time, and I ain't gonna even say the number, and I might not even say the people's name. But one time, two of them people, they raced for so much money. I know whoever left the track needed armed security.
I could believe that. I could believe that. I could believe it.
Them boys was. I seen so much money on the hood of that car. I said to myself, Lord, please let them get home safe.
Yeah, because somebody will be following them trying to do something to them.
Right.
And that's another thing with this crowd. Like, you got to be careful because these people be watching, man.
You know, I'll say this. I never knew when I started my show, right? I don't think I understood the power of social media. And I'm always by myself. So I never realized how kind of weird it could get. So I never really felt like I had to keep protection with me, right? Until probably maybe a couple years ago, you know, and I felt like I'm gonna keep it on me.
Yeah, you got to, especially if you got them license to carry it. What you know up
Yeah.
there in Georgia now it's a whole nother ball game. Them boy walk around them big ass pistols just hot.
Right.
When I
Right. But
when I race in Georgia, I go to everybody who I'm finna race against that I see them big ass. Hey, bro, look, I talk a lot of shit. Don't shoot me, please. Cause them boy be having them pistols on them. They do not play. We have to hide ours. Yeah, that open carry serious. I don't like it.
It's not open carry in Florida now?
No, it ain't never been that. Hell no. You think they'll let they let these niggas down here do open carry, everybody will be dead, man.
Listen, I don't know why they did open carry in Georgia and here in Georgia, because I'm gonna tell you, these boys, they don't go to the range. If something pop off, they're gonna shoot everybody but the person they were shooting at. The switch in their pocket be this long hanging out, and I'm like, bro, you gonna kill everybody but the person you was trying to kill for real.
Man. Well, I remember when I raced chain gang, they had so many niggas with them pistols on them. And I was talking shit, and I kept, hey, bro, I'm just playing. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, bro. I got kids. Let me get home now. Let me get home. Them boys, but they are them boys good people though, man.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
I guess if Florida had open carry, they'll be walking around here like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just if that's what they're allowed to do. I get it. I ain't comfortable around it, but I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a blessing and a curse. I mean, you know, I don't necessarily think if you at the track racing, you definitely need, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's different for men, but like I said, now I always feel like I need to keep it on me, especially being a female. I went home to Jacksonville to visit my grandma probably maybe like 4 months ago, and she said they was down there in Jacksonville carjacking women.
For real?
I said, oh, I'm gonna get me a good old free kill.
Get you a free body, yeah, self-defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cause I worked too hard for mine. I might let you take it, but we definitely gonna have us a problem.
Yeah, I be telling that to my like I was telling that to Lucky, cause we got these big old chains and stuff, and I be like, man, if a nigga take mine, there you go, bro. I ain't gonna argue you for it. I got, I get me another one. I catch you later if I know who you is, but you can have it. I ain't finna like, you got me fucked up. You ain't take, man. Here, I hustle and get another one. It ain't worth dying for. Let them have it and figure it out later, man.
Yeah, true. Especially if you got it. Do y'all get insurance on your jewelry?
I do. I think he do too.
Yeah.
Hey, that don't mean y'all niggas gonna try to rob me now. I'm just saying what I'm gonna do. Y'all ain't gonna try to take my chain.
You can get insurance on everything now, though.
Nah, for sure, yeah.
He said, don't leave racing, they need you. 50K said that.
50K full of it, man. I ain't got nothing in their class.
You don't have nothing in their class?
Nah, they ain't got no lightweight car.
You wouldn't try You wouldn't just try something?
I would if it makes sense. You know,
They gotta give you some.
I beg a little bit, you know. I beg a little bit.
I don't believe you.
I beg a little bit. It just gotta make sense, you know what I'm saying? Like I am one racer that don't mind saying I'm not doing it for the fans and I'm not doing it for the sport. It costs a lot of money to keep that car up. So if I'm doing it, I'm trying to win me some money. I don't want to be popular. I don't want to be famous. I just want to win me some money. That's, you know. It ain't really nothing else I can do in racing. I don't want all the shootouts, and I don't want nicest car at all the car shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want all the prettiest cars. Like at the car shows, KP, I win the races and prettiest car. That ain't nobody ever did that before.
Okay. Y'all him. Sound
And
like it.
and listen,
Sound.
it's some nice cars out there now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want nicest car, fastest car. Got some belts. I got some rings with, I'm assuming, some little fake diamonds in it. You know, some trophies, some plaques, all kind of stuff.
Right.
I always my favorite line at the track is, "It's gonna take a bad motherfucker to beat that bad motherfucker."
That's a good
That's it.
saying.
Yeah. That's it.
Where do you see your how do you manage, how do you balance uh personal time and racing?
Uh, hmm. I mean, I own my own business, so it ain't like I gotta go to work every day. So it's not really hard to manage because I'm home every day. And it ain't that much racing going on to have to balance it for real, for real. Like
Not.
it ain't that much racing going on to have to balance it. But if I got two little girls, so if they got something special going on, I just ain't going to race. You know what I'm saying? And if it ain't nothing going on, I go race.
How old are your
I was
girls?
7 and 1.
That's a big gap.
Yeah, that's a big guy. I can't have no more though. Out of there.
Look, it only took me one time to run into a brick wall to know it hurt. I was done.
You got
I said, nope, never
you got
again.
yeah,
One. Never again.
yeah. No
Ain't no
more.
surprises happening either. Won't happen.
Yeah. Out of there.
Yeah, that's a big boy. You the when that 7-year-old get 18, whew, you still got a ways to go.
Yeah. And it's hard. I ain't gonna say it's hard, but like raising girls and then being like an active father, that shit tough, boy. Like, cause daddy, like my 7-year-old, like I take her to get her hair did, like, you know, like everything. Like if she gotten her hair did 100 times, I've taken her like 97.
Wow.
I'm like the super dad in the hair salon. They be like, you're a super dad, you know, right? I just
They asked,
I just had a bad experience about a month ago. My baby was getting her hair did, and you know how when they get ready to dip the water, the girl dropped it on her. So she was burnt like all across her nipple, her shoulder, like 3rd-degree burns, like all over. And I ain't never hit no woman in my life. So boy, I wanted to kick that. Boy, I wanted to kick a hole in that mother.
mm,
Yeah.
I bet you did.
My baby got plaits in her head right now. You ready to get your hair done? She say, nah, daddy, I think I'm gonna do some ponytails next time.
Right, that part.
Yeah, she's scared to get her hair did.
They asked, who drove the car the best, SBR or Primo?
Saw that. I couldn't.
You don't want to. You'll plead the fifth on that.
They should know who drove the best if they've been watching.
Mm-hmm.
They should know. Who
Okay.
you
You'll let
don't ask
make that.
Who you think drove the best, KP?
I don't have no idea.
Ha!
I
You've
don't
been
know.
watching 2017, 15.
I can I be honest? I have taken a big step back because of all the stuff that you said. I've taken a real big step back. I peek in from time to time.
Right.
I've taken a step back. It's a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of capping and not as much racing.
Yeah.
You know? And for me, I have things to do with my life that if it ain't gonna be no racing, that why you think I ain't even really been going to no races? You
Right.
seen me making, but I hadn't really been to no
That's the
races.
first show I ever seen you at. I've always known of you and who you were, but that's the first show I've ever seen you at.
Yeah, I hadn't been in the we opened our restaurant in August of last year. So I really just been running a restaurant and trying to get my brother to the place where he can be sufficient without me.
Right.
You know,
Right. What kind of food y'all selling?
seafood.
Oh, okay. That's lucrative.
So once he's able to run the restaurant with me, I may get back in, but I don't even think I don't know.
It's in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta come try that out. Me and Lucky gonna come try that out.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
They said, why did your brother drive your car?
because he had to drive his own car.
Right.
Which he will listen. What a lot of people don't know about him is this man been driving race cars all his life. But so like now that he got a street car and he been racing, they don't really know who he is. But he been racing probably longer than a lot of them. Like and in the big league, not this little fake behind rim racing crap. The man drive real fast cars.
Hey.
Huh?
Hey, don't say fake rim racing.
Hey, P, you know why? Like why I don't get on here a lot? Cause I'm gonna say what they won't say. You know what I'm saying? And it's all in respect and it's all in observation. But
Right.
you know, my mom ain't had no twins, so I ain't trying to be everybody's friend. But I'm gonna respect everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I see something flaw, I'm just gonna call it for what it is. And if they see me do something flaw and they tell it, I can you right, bro, my bad, I'll take that. But I ain't gonna get on here lying like it's the best of the best. These cats be crabbing, they be
They
crying,
definitely do.
and they all don't be want to race. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a few camps I got respect for that race. Chain Gang is one of them.
Right.
SSP, boo.
You don't like SSP?
Nah, he good people, but he ain't race. He scared of her. D scared of her. And
D scared of y'all?
yeah, we done already beat D with Lucky Car. Let me show you. Dang, I might have deleted it, KP. Let me see if I still got it. Dang, did I delete it? Let me show you how Lucky was. Is it gone? Oh, no. This how Lucky was talking to SSP. Look. Got you in the shootout. What we doing? Nothing. You ain't gambling nothing? Nothing. Stay on that back tie. You got it. Now lock it in right now. You got the back tie. Lock it in right now. You already. Why you capping? You know they just told you can't. They said we can't give it to you in the shootout, right? Yeah. All right, so let's get out of the shootout. No, I ain't getting out no shootout. Why not? What? You want to gamble me the first round? What? It's free. 3 months. You got the first round. It is free. You scared to gamble me in the first round? Stand on that back tie. You got it. Let's lock it in. Put your finger on. No. Let's lock it in. Stand on the back tie. You see that? Get the back tie. You got it. Now lock it in. What else more to talk about?
Right.
You asked for it. You got it. Why are we still talking? And that's why you have to do some of them cats like that. Like, get them on camera, flogging.
Right.
Because they ask for stuff and then they get it and they still don't want to gamble. That's SLP count right there. Yeah, he in SLP count, man. You know, You know, that's how. See, that's how you have to handle them. We handle like little babies, KP. That's how you know.
That's a lot of what happens though. Like I said, it was a time back in 17, 18, even 19.
Yeah.
It was a time. Let me tell you, it was a wonderful time to be in big rim racing. And I didn't have a car or a race, but I felt like I was right there. One of the guys told me, I used to come to when I decided I wanted to race, right? I used to go to Palm Beach every Friday night for test and tune, right?
Right.
That's when I had my red Camaro. And Boost Doctor would be on the phone with me, telling me what to do so I could try to learn how to drive my car. When I first started driving my car down the track, I had a 2 point something reaction
Right.
time.
Right.
When I got done learning how to drive my car, I had a .07 reaction time.
That's good.
But when they started all that stuff, I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't go back and forth with somebody. Either you want to race or you don't. Like, what are we doing?
Do you think it'll ever be the same again?
I don't.
Me neither.
I wish.
I tell that
I'm hoping.
all the time. I say we just got in too late, bro. We just got in too late. Like we came in the game too late. And I went in like back then. I ain't racing. I ain't getting into that. I really wish I would have got into it. And I'm gonna say something that a lot of people won't say. Like the bread wasn't coming in 17 like that. I couldn't mess with them boys back then. I had it in life. You got levels. You got to wait your turn.
Right.
So back in 17, I had like some IROC rims, column shifter. You know what I'm saying? Like big ass bench seat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just used to go watch. I was a fan. You know what I'm saying?
No, but remember how they used to clown Boost Doctor? Remember Boost Doctor didn't have no name brand rims. His car wasn't that nice. But you know what Boost Doctor told them boys? All this stuff that's done to my car, y'all pay for it.
Yep.
So that's kind of how it's kind of like it's levels and you got to get in where you can fit in.
No,
you would have been able to get in. You just might not have been able to get into, into where some of those people were. But you would have climbed levels if you had that type of determination.
But you want to know something though, KP, that they won't tell you? I'm the man of this shit right now.
Wait a minute. Let me just say this though.
Call
I booked
big
races for Team
dogs.
Carnage. I booked races for Team Carnage. Don't do that.
I raced the car in their camp before. I raced the car in Team Carnage camp before.
Mm-hmm. Who was that? You raced Joe? You raced
the Box Chevy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I like them. I respect them boys. Them Team Carnage boys good. I ain't saying that ain't nobody who they is. I'm just saying like you can't mention this and not mention Shadow. Everybody knows Shadow. That's the name of the car. Everybody know who Shadow is, man. Mm-hmm. The Twin Towers running the racing world right now. I keep seeing these people talking about, book me to come to your show. Man, it ain't no people want to see that black thing, man. They want to see when them front two tires come off the ground, sit down, and that shit get skinny up there. You coming to Classic, KP? Why?
Wow.
Classic it be a vibe. Come hang out.
I grew up in Florida. I've been going to Classic since I was 16 years old. I don't want to come.
Oh, we're going to be some good racing going on Classic weekend.
It's okay.
I feel
it's all right.
I feel you. But, hey, do me a favor, KP.
What's that?
Tell them big dogs that Clean Living boy say that. What that movie is when them people get on them people's ship and say, hey, I'm the captain of this ship now.
Oh, you talking about
They was in the middle of the water, them Africans or something get on that.
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about. When they took them people hostage, it was like pirates on the ship. They took over. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
They know. They know.
But you said you weren't really willing to race everybody. You said it got to make sense.
Man, it do got to make sense. So if it's one of them big cars, they got to just make it make sense.
Yeah, Captain Phillips. That's the name of the movie, Captain Phillips.
KP, I guarantee you this, right? We got me and Lucky Bill in the middleweight car, and I guarantee when we start racing in that, they gonna start saying the same thing again.
Oh, you building a middleweight car? See, now
Yeah,
you ain't say when that's coming.
it's close. We already it's in the making. Mustang, pretty
After that,
Mustang. Huh?
heavyweight. After that, y'all gonna build a heavyweight.
Because we can't keep spending unnecessary money because they ain't racing like that. You know.
Right.
I told you where we finna go at with it.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. You know, I have been to a couple of those races, and you absolutely right. They don't play the radio. I like going to No Guts, No Glory. Them boys don't play the radio, and No
Yeah.
Guts, No Glory packed to the rim.
Yeah, in Orlando, yeah, it's a good race.
Yeah,
It's a real good.
that would be a good move for y'all.
We're gonna go over there and dominate. I don't know
I
what
see you
it is.
like to pop
Huh?
yo. I see you like to pop yo.
I'm really being humble right now because I don't want to take how your lies took. You know what I'm saying? But they know. They
Well,
know.
thanks for taking it
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, I'm taking it easy, man. But I don't know. I feel like me personally, I got every reason to pop my shit, man. I've raced, I've done my 1-2, man.
Right.
If I got a game right now, the game don't owe me nothing.
Right.
I just got a pretty fast car.
It's definitely pretty. It's definitely pretty. And it's kind of fast. I can give you that. It's kind of fast.
Come on, KP, kinda. Well,
I'm just messing with you. Those were all my questions. What else did you want your fans, followers, supporters, hell, I guess even your haters? Oh, you know what? I do have one more question. When you get out of racing, what would you like for your legacy to be?
clean living. Just remember me by clean living, man. That's all I can tell them, you know. You know what clean living stand for, KP?
What?
You can read the bottom of that.
I can't see it.
Talk less, show more.
Okay. That's definitely a
That's it.
good motto. You
Yep.
definitely need to tell them that.
That's all I can tell them, you know.
So, what would you like for your fans, followers, supporters? I mean, I guess even your haters to know about you.
I'm just how that church song go. Come on. How that church song go. I don't know how the church song go, but anyways, I'm just an old young dude from Florida City that like racing. If y'all see me out and about, I ain't bougie, I ain't famous. Come chill with me. Come get a drink. If you at Classic Weekend, come get you a drink. Come get you some meat off the grill. Hell, come get you a cigar. Come if you get drunk, we gonna put you in a hotel. You gonna sleep good. You gonna be all right. Come hang with the Twin Towers. That's all I can tell them, man. That's all I can tell them. But KP, come to Classic though.
I'm probably not.
I'll let you come through one time in that thing.
I'm probably not. You got to see the video when Stead went down the track with me in the car.
You were scared?
No, because listen, this is what I did. I closed my eyes. That way I couldn't see what was happening. And I was getting recorded. So I had my glasses on. So you couldn't see like what was going on. And after it was over, it seemed like it went like that quick.
Right.
It seemed like literally, I don't know what the time was. We went out. It definitely was that quick.
Dead's car flying.
And it pushed me back in the seat.
Yeah.
It was like so much force. I was like, man, this ain't for me. Let me get out of here.
We sit alike, man. Let's go ahead. I'm like, nah, I can't do it, my boy. You got it. I can't mess with you.
You should race theirs.
I can't race. I can't beat him.
You never know what happened in racing.
Yeah, but we can't race. We can't race off a wing and a prayer, like hoping he mess up. Like, we can't.
Right. Right.
We can't do that.
After the classic, what you done for the year?
Unless something come up. KP, you need to really get Lucky on here. He talk more trash than me.
That's okay.
That's who.
I got it. I'm gonna get him on.
Yeah, you gotta get Lucky on. Lucky. He might be the one to get your live too.
No, I'm definitely not getting him on. I can't afford that.
Huh?
Now I do need you to go to look. Let's see what Dan says. Stop it.
I'm getting.
Y'all probably.
There's too fast. There's got a nice, fast car. That's all I got to say about it. If he was to race anybody, I'm betting with him. He got a nice, fast car. I respect his program. That's it. I'm respecting it. He can't do nothing but allow me to respect it, man.
That's true. That's true. But when the middleweight car come,
I'm gonna start parting their head in a minute, though, KP. I'm gonna start. I ain't gonna get in those shootouts. To me, the shootouts ain't really worth it. But I'm gonna start grudge racing some of them middleweight boys, the ones I think I could beat. I ain't gonna just try any of them. I ain't gonna try Dez. Now his partner Bart Chevy Joe, I try him to the 8th mile. See, and that's the thing. Like a lot of them cars run quarter mile. I don't run quarter mile. You know what I'm saying? I run the 8th mile. So it'd be one of those like we juggling back and forth.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all I had for you. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I just want you to tell all the haters they can get a heart to God, but they ass to me. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be blessed.
This is probably gonna be the clip that I post. I usually post the clip the next day, directing people to go watch the interview. This is probably gonna be the clip.
Post it, tag me in it, tag the other page in it, man. Tell them get all God, and they asked me.
This is hilarious. I really had a good time.
I did. I thank you for having me. You know you can get me anytime, man. And tell them
after you race Dez, you gonna come back after you race Dez?
come back. I can't beat Dez. I'm scared of Dez, man. I'm scared of.
I don't feel like you have a scared bone in your body, but that's neither here nor there. I appreciate you coming on tonight. I really had a good time.
All right. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
So, guys, if y'all missed any of tonight's episode of Rise and Vibes, please make sure you catch the full replay on YouTube. We've been doing this now for over 5 years. So if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you go and click the link in my bio and subscribe. I'll see you guys next Tuesday night for another episode of Rise and Vibes. Thank you for your time.